So we're going to be applying some conditional formatting into fields, and this pretty much works the same as it does in spreadsheets. If you're familiar with this feature in spreadsheets, you can create rules, and then based on the rules you can apply different formatting to the contents of different fields. So we do need to still be in layout view, which we are. And we're going to go into format here, and you'll see that there is a conditional formatting button. And they want us to apply conditional formatting to the cities. So we are going to click on the text control for city, and then we're going to click on conditional formatting. And we need to set up a rule. So we're going to click on new rule. And that brings me into this box. And basically they're going to compare, in every record, they're going to compare this city, whatever city is in the record, they're going to compare it to whatever we specify. And so what we want is to know if the city is equal to Indianapolis. And you want to be very careful when you're spelling Indianapolis, because if you misspell it, the condition will never test true and the formatting will never be applied. So very important when you're in here and specifying these rules that there's no typos. And what we want to do, if the city is Indianapolis, then we want a little different background color. So we're going to click on the background color. And we're going to choose green 3. So this is in the 4th row. Select that. So that is how it's going to look. And we're going to click OK. Okay, we come back here and it's showing us if the value is Indianapolis, this is what it's going to do. And that is OK. And now we're going to switch into form view so we can kind of cycle through the records and see this conditional formatting in action. So let's go to design, click on the view button and choose form view. Remember, form view is where you go to enter or edit records. And now we're going to click on next, and you can see that indeed it did put the green background in. Now if I click away, probably can actually see that even better. Okay, but every record that has Indianapolis for a city should have that green shading in the background of the city. And they want us to go to record 1, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to save our changes. And now they want you to go through all of this printing business. So I'm going to go through it. You do not have to do this. But they just want you to know how to do arrange. And if you only want one page, you would just tell it to start on 1 and end on 1. And that is what they wanted you to know. Selected record only does the record that's showing. And when you do a page range, you could get more than one record on a page, but you would only get however many pages you specify. I'm going to cancel out of here. I'm not actually going to send that to the printer. And I'm going to close my client form. Now you should have saved it already, but if it does prompt you if you want to save, go ahead and say yes. And we're going to open up our sales form. Now they would like us to go into layout view. So you can actually right click and go directly into layout view, or you can open it. And when you open it, it's in form view. And then you use your view button to go over to layout view. Remember, layout view you can easily identify because all of your controls have an orange border around them. So what they would like us to do is do a little customizing on this form as well. So we're going to click on our text control, and we're going to resize this. And remember, the size shows in the lower left corner of our status bar. And we are shooting for line 1, character 21. And I always double check this, and this is something that you have to do in Snap. Because Snap, like if your hand jiggles at all when you release, it's not going to be the right number of characters, and it'll mark it wrong. So you want to be a little careful there. And they want us to change the alignment of our text. And let's see, they want the whole column selected. So a quick way of doing that is to right-click and select the column. A little faster than Shift and click. And we're going to go into the Format section here. And they want us to right align the controls. So with our sales selected, we are going to do some conditional formatting. So we're going to click in conditional formatting and do a new rule. But this time, instead of comparing values that are in the field, we actually are going to select compare to other records. And then where it says bar color, we are going to click on that. And we're going to choose green 4, which is in your green column. It's kind of the second from the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And then we're going to click OK. And we'll click OK again. And then we're going to go over, let's go to Design. We'll go over to Form View. Okay, and so if I click on this, you'll see that that bar kind of grows with the larger numbers. Okay, and actually if I sort it on descending order, you'll probably see that a little bit more. Okay, so it's basically a longer bar for bigger numbers. Okay, because we said we wanted to compare to other records. So we're going to go ahead and save, and you do not need to worry about printing.